Yeah, 'cause I feel like country and R&B is almost like
Yeah.
it's very similar.
Very similar.
Just talking about your pain and
Storytelling.
and storytelling. Yeah. Who does most of the writing? Or you guys kind of collaborate?
Kind of split.
I think it's split. Yeah, I think it's split.
She may write a song and then
She'll do her second verse. On it.
Or I'll write it and then she'll come in. I say, hey,
Yeah.
you want to add something to it? Or if I finish it, she's like, oh, it's good. You don't. I don't need to add nothing to it. But we'll have our voices on it together.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like she is a better songwriter. I don't know. It's the way she puts words together. I really like her style.
And I just want to tell the truth.
That is good. Like,
She doesn't. She don't want to pour it all the way out.
I pour it all out. It's just hard for me to actually do it. I want to say it, but it's hard for me to actually write it. She'll just write it.
Yeah, and it's not like a song we wrote in LA. I wrote it called Blue House. It's about a relationship where he likes another person, and I set it up to where I'm so mad, and then I'm saying, no, I like that. I like when you have, relations with other people. If I like that, you should like when I do it.
She loves these conversations.
And I think it's real. I think people really can relate to it. And so that's what that song is.
Hold on. So
she's referring to open relationships.
It's not open. It's about, okay, go. But when I go, let's be excited for each other. But we're still together.
Okay.
You see how I'm uncomfortable? I'm like dragging away slowly from the mic.
No, don't get away from the mic. So you said the song is about an open relationship that a guy wants to go out with another girl, and you're saying, okay, you can do that, but don't be upset if I go out and be with another guy.
And there's another twist. I didn't tell him I did it already, but I did it. I did what you did already, but we're cool, right? Like we're good. We're good. We're still good.
She's so wild.
We're still, but that's what that song. Not that I done it. It's the fact that I know people have done it and will do it, and I'm probably going to do it. And I think it's relatable. I know.
Listen, I think that's so honest and so dope that most people in relationships don't have these kind of conversations. You know what I mean? Whereas like you feeling like I want to go out and do something, we just explore and do something with somebody else, but that conversation with your significant other
never takes place.
Yes, you know what I mean, and it coming from a woman's perspective, where it's like, listen, I'm okay with you going to do that, but I'm going to do that as well. But don't be upset when I do it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's dope. I honestly
and when you hear it, it's gonna it has like a Sade twist, and it's like really but it's pop Sade. I can't wait for people to hear it.
Can you give us a little sample, or do you?
I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
Okay.
Right now.
True.
Man, so here's what I think. I think comedians and songwriters are almost synonymous.
Absolutely.
Because songwriters come up with stuff that's out there, and comedians do as well, where they're just like, this is something where they even heard or a friend is going through this, where it can kind of be like, okay, okay, let's do this. Let's come up with, or at least a concept of a record right now, okay? Where, do we want to do relationship? What'd you think, Jazz? What would be a good?
Since their album is relationship.
Okay. So, let me think of something that would be good. And it's just a concept. We just, you know what I mean? We just throwing stuff on the wall. Where the guy in the relationship is trying to convince or introduce where they have an open relationship, right? But he's not comfortable with her having the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, because most of the time, guys is not comfortable with the woman going and do her thing, but they're okay with them doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Most of the time, open relationships are initiated by women.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Really?
think a lot of men can actually handle the fact that their significant other is out there.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that is so true, because I think a lot of men are okay with them doing it, but when the woman was like, "Okay, cool, I'm gonna do it too," then that's when they have a little.
Because I think women, some women, but I feel like most women, when they do, it can get more sticky. It can get sticky because women really are more emotional, and so they may start getting attached to these certain type of guys. And as far as men, they're just like, oh, it's just, it's just this, it's just that.
It's just
not
sex.
that serious. Yeah, it's not that serious. But so that's where those open relationships can get tricky with, so yeah.
Have you guys ever been in an open relationship?
Never.
No.
But you write about you write about
because I write about because it's thoughts that people have. Mm-hmm. It's the thought.
I'm more traditional. I wouldn't do it, but I understand like those conversations definitely should be had, especially if you're in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Like, if you've been with the person for
like
10 years or something like
that. Those
that.
conversations are going to come up. It's inevitable.
Not that you should do. I'm not
not that you do it, but it's going to come up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. For some relationships, no.
Yeah, for some, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, for some relationships are more open and more just like, hey, what do you think about this? And it's not that serious. You can just move on and have dinner or whatever. But some, they don't like to have those conversations. It's even her. I don't think she would want to have those conversations that's not something she's gonna want to talk about.
I think the person I'm with wouldn't have the conversation.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So if they came to you and was like, look, I love you. I love you, but I'm having this feeling where I want to just kind of explore, you know what I mean, other things.
Yeah, it would depend on the amount of time we've been together, and I wouldn't be like, oh, why are you telling me that? No, we're going to have a conversation because I want you to express yourself to me. But to go out, no. Sorry, for me, that's not happening.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, we can talk about this for hours because I talk about this for hours with my partner. But, yeah, it's
like you can have those feelings, but to actually act on it, no. Sorry. Not in my relationship. Yeah, it can't happen.
Man, because, listen, I love, like, I ain't gonna talk about my wife.
Don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get in trouble. Hey, I ain't crazy. I ain't crazy. But I would never, see, my thing is, I would never want my wife to go out and do anything with nobody else. But it's like, sometimes I be feeling like, I just don't feel like it. So, do I let her go out and just do what she want to do? And then my manhood, I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I just got to muster up the energy to do whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sacrifice.
But that's relationships.
Yeah,
I mean,
sacrifice.
That's just the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of relationships. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to like and love the person all the time. You're not going to like certain things. But for me, in my house, no.
You wouldn't be open to an open relationship, would you say? No? Okay. You wouldn't want another dude, or you wouldn't want to...
It's not like I wouldn't find other men attractive, of course. But if I'm really secure and I love my person I'm with, my man, I really wouldn't want to be with no one else.
I don't think that's true. And I don't think that's true. I think you can be really in love with your partner or love your partner and still, I don't know, sometimes things are just about experiences and that's it.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you do the
sometimes
experiences,
if you
may
do
regret
much,
it.
it may be too much. And so that's a fine line you got to risk in your relationship. So.
What do you think, Jazz? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think,
As you
Jazz?
can tell, we're opposites. Yeah, we're very opposite.
Yeah, we're opposite.
I mean, I think the honest conversation is, if somebody is feeling that way, right? They're feeling like I want to explore, or you know what I mean, but I still love you. I still want to be with you. I think that conversation is difficult to have, one, but for a man, like, it is tough.
I definitely don't think men can handle
Yeah.
what a woman, like, if a woman does it, I don't think that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the issue's going to come into.
Absolutely.
Like, when you open that door, it's not just, it's more of like what happens after it. Like, I know
Are you going to discuss it? Are you going to not talk about it? You have
is
to
there
discuss
going to
those
be
things.
resentment? Like,
Yeah.
then now there's a real problem
Yeah.
in the relationship.
Yeah,
There's more problems.
because I know some guys will want to know, like, okay, so what happened?
And some guys do not want to know at all.
Yeah. But I think if the guys who do not want to know at all, I think they will be tormented by their own imagination of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like when those people, when stuff is going down, the guys who don't want to know will be like, oh, he probably had her in some kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm telling you, guys will think like that. Like he had a legs like this and legs like that, and he's doing all this. He's jumping up a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because men know men. And so it's like, if I'm doing this, I kind of know what this person's doing, so I don't want to know at all.
Yes.
But yeah, that is Blue House.
Yeah, that is Blue House.
Blue House, okay. Shout out to Blue House. When can we hear Blue House? When can we actually be able to hear the song Blue House?
I think once we finish everything, sometime soon.
Hopefully sometime soon. I'm excited to get back working.
Yeah, with that project.
Okay, will you guys make the announcement when Blue House comes out?
For sure.
Or at least on your Instagram?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.